Have you ever walked into a room and suddenly forgotten why you were there? Or maybe you've struggled to recall a name you've known for years. Chuckle softly. Oh, I've been there too. It's like your brain decides to take a little vacation without telling you. But here's the thing, those moments don't have to become the norm. In fact, there's a simple, enjoyable way to keep your mind sharp, and it only takes 10 minutes a day. You see, just like our bodies need movement to stay strong, our brains need exercise to stay quick and clear. And the best part? You don't need fancy gadgets or complicated puzzles. Today, I'm going to share a few of my favorite brain-boosting activities that you can start doing right now, activities that feel more like play than work. Let's dive in. Let's start with something I call mental movies. This one's perfect for anyone who loves a good story. Here's how it works. Close your eyes for a moment, go ahead, I'll wait, and picture a vivid scene from your past. Maybe it's a family gathering, a vacation, or even your childhood home. Now, try to recall as many details as possible. What colors do you see? What sounds do you hear? Can you remember the scent of your grandma's apple pie or the feel of the sun on your face that day? Spend just 2 or 3 minutes diving into those memories. Why does this work? Well, reliving detailed experiences strengthens the neural pathways in your brain. It's like giving your memory a gentle workout. And the more you practice, the easier it becomes to recall those little details in everyday life. Now, let's try another exercise together. I call this one-word weaving. Grab a piece of paper or just say it out loud, whatever feels comfortable. Pick a random word, like garden, and then list as many related words as you can in 1 minute. Flowers, soil, sunshine, watering can. Keep going. Don't overthink it, let the words flow. This isn't just a game, it's a way to fire up your brain's creativity and flexibility. When you connect words quickly, you're building what scientists call cognitive agility. Think of it as stretching your mental muscles so they stay nimble. And if you want to make it even more fun, challenge a friend or family member to play along. Turn it into a friendly competition. Before we move on, let me share a quick story. My neighbor, Martha, started doing these exercises 6 months ago. At first, she was skeptical, said she'd rather stick to her crossword puzzles. But one day, she told me, I finally remembered my granddaughter's piano recital date without checking my calendar. Smiles. That's the power of consistency. Just 10 minutes a day, friends. Now, these first 2 exercises are a wonderful start, but there's more to explore. Next, we'll talk about how to engage your senses in surprising ways and a simple activity that turns everyday moments into brain-boosting opportunities. Trust me, you'll want to stick around for this. It's easier than you think, and it might just make your day a little brighter. We'll get to those in just a moment. But first, I'd love to hear, have you tried mental movies or word weaving before? Let me know in the comments. And if you're enjoying this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a tip. One of the things I've learned about keeping our minds sharp is that it's not just about thinking, it's about feeling. Let me explain. Our senses are like secret doorways to our brain's health. When we engage them deliberately, we wake up parts of our mind that might have been snoozing. So, let's try an exercise I like to call sensory scavenger hunt. Here's how it works. Wherever you are right now, maybe sitting in your favorite chair or looking out the window, take a deep breath and focus on one sense at a time. Let's start with touch. Run your fingers over the fabric of your shirt, feel the texture of the table beside you, or press your palms together and notice the warmth. Then, shift to sound. Close your eyes and listen. What do you hear? A clock ticking? Birds outside? The hum of the fridge? Spend a minute or 2 on each sense, really diving into the details. This isn't just about relaxation, though that's a nice bonus. It's about training your brain to process information deeply. Studies show that sensory engagement can improve memory retention and even lift your mood. Pretty wonderful, right? Now, let's add a little movement to the mix. Don't worry, no jumping jacks required. Laughs. This next exercise is called rhythm and recall. All you need is your hands and a little rhythm. Tap your knees gently, like you're keeping time to a song, and while you do that, name as many types of flowers as you can. Rose, daisy, tulip, sunflower. Keep tapping, keep naming. If that feels easy, try switching it up. Tap with one hand and snap with the other while listing fruits, cities, or even grandkids' names. The goal here is to challenge your brain to handle two tasks at once. It's like teaching your mind to juggle without dropping the balls. This kind of dual task practice has been shown to boost focus and even help with multitasking in daily life. Here's a tip from my own routine. I do this while waiting for my morning coffee to brew. It turns those little pockets of time into brain-boosting moments. And speaking of routines, let's talk about conversation cross-training. This one's perfect if you love a good chat. Next time you're talking with a friend or family member, try something new. Ask them a question you've never asked before. Maybe, what's the bravest thing you've ever done? Or, if you could live in any decade, which would you choose? Really listen to their answer, then share your own. Deep, meaningful conversations like this don't just strengthen relationships, they fire up the parts of your brain linked to empathy, storytelling, and critical thinking. My friend Jim tried this with his grandson last week. They ended up talking for an hour about Jim's first job at a soda shop in the 1960s. Smiles. By the end, Jim felt like he'd not only exercised his brain but also rediscovered a piece of himself he'd almost forgotten. Now, I know some of these might feel a bit unfamiliar at first. That's okay. The beauty of these exercises is that they're meant to be gentle, even playful. You're not training for a marathon, you're giving your brain a daily dose of good medicine. And here's the best part. Every time you challenge your mind in these small ways, you're building what experts call cognitive reserve. Think of it like a savings account for your brain. The more you deposit now, the more you'll have to draw from later. It's never too late to start, and every effort counts. Now, I've got one more exercise to share with you today, one that's perfect for anyone who loves a bit of nostalgia. But before we get to that, I'd love to hear how these activities are working for you. Have you tried a sensory scavenger hunt while sipping your morning tea? Or maybe you've turned a chat with a neighbor into a brain-boosting session. Drop a comment below. I read every single one. Oh, and if you're enjoying our time together, why not invite a friend to join you? Share this video with someone who'd appreciate these tips. After all, staying sharp is even more fun when we do it together. You know, there's something magical about old photos, isn't there? They're not just pictures, they're gateways to stories, emotions, and pieces of who we are. Which brings me to my favorite exercise of all, memory lane map. Here's how it works. Grab a photo, a keepsake, or even a song from your past, something that sparks a strong memory. Let's say it's a photo from your wedding day or a vacation decades ago. Now, set a timer for 2 minutes and write down or speak aloud every detail you can remember about that moment. Who was there? What did you eat that day? What made you laugh? What surprised you? If you hit a blank spot, don't stress, just skip it and keep going. The goal isn't perfection, it's participation. Over time, you'll notice those gaps shrinking as your brain gets better at retrieving those tucked-away memories. And here's a bonus, sharing these stories with loved ones not only strengthens your mind but also weaves a richer tapestry of your life for others to cherish. Now, let's circle back to something I hinted at earlier, turning everyday moments into brain-boosting opportunities. This one's so simple, you'll wonder why you haven't tried it yet. I call it the daily switch-up. Tomorrow morning, try changing one tiny thing in your routine. If you always brush your teeth with your right hand, switch to your left. Take a different route on your walk. Even something as small as stirring your coffee counterclockwise instead of clockwise works. Why? Because novelty wakes up your brain. When you disrupt autopilot, you force your mind to pay attention, creating new neural connections. It's like giving your brain a gentle nudge. Hey, let's stay on our toes. My cousin Edna started doing this last month. She began eating dessert before dinner once a week, just for fun. Laughs. She says it makes her feel like a kid again, and honestly, I think she's onto something. Now, let's take a breath and put this all together. You've got mental movies, word weaving, sensory scavenger hunts, rhythm and recall, conversation cross-training, memory lane map, and the daily switch-up. That's 7 tools in your toolbox, and each one takes just a minute or two. Mix and match them throughout your day, and before you know it, you've given your brain a full 10-minute workout without even breaking a sweat. But here's what matters most: consistency over complexity. You don't need to do all of these every single day. Pick the ones that feel joyful, that make you smile or ponder or reminisce. Maybe Mondays are for memory lane, and Wednesdays are for silly switch UPS with your grandkids. This isn't a chore, it's a celebration of everything your mind can do. I want to leave you with this thought: your brain is a lifelong learner. It's never too late to grow, to adapt, to thrive. Sure, some days might feel foggy, but that's okay. Progress isn't about never forgetting, it's about building resilience, so when those moments come, you've got the tools to find your way back. So, let's make a pact, you and I. Let's promise to give ourselves those 10 minutes, not out of fear of what we might lose, but out of excitement for what we can keep: our stories, our curiosity, our ability to savor life's little details. Before I go, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these exercises resonated most? Have you discovered a trick of your own? Share it in the comments below. Your idea might be the exact tip someone else needs. And if you found this helpful, do me a favor. Hit that like button and share this video with a friend, a sibling, or someone in your life who'd appreciate a gentle brain boost. Together, we can build a community that celebrates aging with grace, humor, and a whole lot of heart. Don't forget to subscribe and tap that bell so you never miss our weekly chats. Next time, we'll talk about another slice of life after 60, something I think you'll really enjoy. Until then, keep those memories close, your curiosity closer, and remember, every day is a new page in your story. Make it a good one.